What's the difference between counterfeits and knockoffs? Well, one's illegal and one's legal. You see, fakes can be broken down into 4 categories: counterfeits, gray market goods, replicas, and knockoffs. Starting with the most egregious, counterfeits. Counterfeits are imitation products that claim to be a genuine good. They can be prosecuted under the Federal Lanham Act, the Tariff Act, or criminally under the Trademark Counterfeiting Act of 1984. And this is nothing to shirk at. Tory Burch won a $164 million lawsuit against 40 defendants in China for manufacturing and selling counterfeit products. And because counterfeits are not manufactured in the brand's factories, there's always going to be defects in quality, construction, and brand signatures that a trained eye can use to distinguish a counterfeit product from a genuine good. Which leads me to the second type of fakes: gray market goods. Gray market goods are genuine goods sold through unauthorized channels. Most often this takes the form of rogue employees, so employee working that third shift, making unaccounted for products that are then peddled through backdoor means, or fell off the truck in distribution. In the case of Omega versus Costco, it took the form of an authorized wholesale distributor that undercut the market and sold to an unauthorized retailer, in this case, Costco. And when Omega found out, they sued and won. So whenever you see a luxury brand like Omega or Louboutin being sold at a major discount retailer like Costco or Walmart or Amazon, be very wary. It's most likely that these are not legal. And gray market goods can be prosecuted under the Federal Lanham Act, the Tariff Act, and unfair competition laws. Which leads me to the third type of fake, replicas. And this, my friends, is where it really starts to get good. Replicas are an imitation product that are confusingly similar to a genuine good, and can be prosecuted under the Federal Lanham Act and unfair competition laws. But the crux of the question is, does the imitation product violate any intellectual property rights of the genuine good? So here, take this one for example. So check it out, Patagonia versus OTB. OTB lifted Patagonia's trademark, including the mountains and the striped background, and put it on a virtually identical product, a black puffer vest. When Patagonia found out, they sued. And the court agrees that this was trademark infringement and ordered all of OTB's products to be confiscated. But had OTB actually used the Patagonia name, then this whole case would have been analyzed under counterfeiting, and Patagonia could have gotten statutory and criminal penalties, including possible jail time. Pretty exciting stuff, right? Let's do another example. Converse. Converse sued a massive number of large brand name defendants. I'm talking Tory Burch, Skechers, New Balance, H&M, everybody and their mother was listed in this complaint, which alleges that these brands' replications of their iconic Chuck Taylor All-Star sneakers violated trade dress rights that they have in certain design elements of the shoe. Now, I'll spare you the procedural history, but fast forward to the Court of Appeals, most of the large brand names had either settled or were found not guilty, with a small exception for defendants that did not respond at the Court of Appeals level that were found guilty. So all this is to say is the intellectual property law that governs replicas is extremely nuanced, but always comes down to 2 things. Is there an intellectual property right, and was it violated? So with that in mind, let's move on to the 4th category of fakes, knockoffs. Knockoffs are an imitation product that is clearly distinct from a genuine good. And the difference between knockoffs and replica is that no intellectual property rights are invoked. So, these pair of shoes qualify as a knockoff because they don't violate any intellectual property rights of Gucci. Starting with the trademarks. It doesn't use the Gucci name or logo anywhere on the shoe or in the description. Second is copyrights. The knockoff shoe doesn't use any kind of copyrighted monogram prints. Third is trade dress. It's highly unlikely that Gucci has any trade dress rights in the horse bit embellishment on the top of the shoe. But even if it did, it'd probably be considered different enough that it wouldn't cause a violation. And you can tell that by looking just at the horse bits themselves. One is circular, the one has squared edges. So all in all, no intellectual property rights were violated, constituting this as a legal knockoff. And that finishes the video. If you have any questions, please let me know. Leave them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you want to shop authentic designer fashion, come check it out. It's the Revury. We've got some great stuff up, and we'd love to have you. Have a good one, guys.